Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Data Tutorials. So in today's video, we are going to see a Power BI project, or we can say a Power BI dashboard from end to end, from start to end. And in this video, you will completely learn how to build this interactive and dynamic dashboard, which you can see right now in front of your screen. All right. So this dashboard is completely dynamic, as I said, and all the elements which you can see right now on the screen, those are very much advanced. Okay, so now let's just see the overview of the dashboard first. So you can see this is a car sales dashboard and it is in Power BI again. So at the top here you can see we have KPI. So this KPI is very much it gives us a highly brief we can say summary of our company, or we can say a client company for which we are building this dashboard. So we have shown here multiple measures in one single KPI card. So if you can see here, we are showing year to date total sales. Okay, so the total sales amount can be seen here. Then you can see I have shown here something in green color. The amount is shown. It is nothing but the difference between current year sales and last year sales. Okay, so if it is positive, you will get to see it in green color with positive value, and this is nothing but the year on year growth. What was the year on year growth with respect to last year? How is the current year performing, and what is the growth percentage? If it is positive, we are increasing. If it is negative, then we are going down. Okay, and this is the month to date sales. Month to date sales is nothing but the latest month which we are right now in. That will be the sales of that particular month. So in one single KPI card, we are trying to show, or we are trying to give insights to the client of four particular measures. Okay, and the same we are doing it for year to date average price. We are doing it the same for the year to date car sold. So these are the three dynamic and comprehensive KPIs, we can say, which is giving a higher level of information to our client. Okay, so we are going to see the calculations, the design, and how to build this KPIs, or we can say summary measures from start to end in this complete video. All right, the next one you can see we are showing here year to date weekly trend. Okay, and in this weekly trend, we are trying to highlight here which is the maximum value, or what was the maximum sales done in which particular week. Okay, so here you can see 15.5 million was the sales which was done in that particular week, which was maximum out of all in that particular year. And it is a dynamic value. If it is moving from this particular week, like it is in 50th week, if it is let's say in next year it is for 52nd week, or 50, or we can say 30th week, 31st week, it will be moving dynamically. All right, then we are showing here two pie charts which are giving us the information of year to date total sales by body style and by its color, right? Then what are the year to date sales which are done in, or we can say sold by particular dealers. Okay, so all the cars are sold by a agency, or we called as a dealer. So how are they performing at their particular regions? And then we have your company wise sales trend. Okay, so for different brands of different cars, for different makes, how are the different companies performing for their respective cars? All right, so this is the first dashboard which you can see in front of your screen. We have also designed the second dashboard, but before that, I will show you how what we can say the filters, or the filters which we are using in this particular we can say dashboard. So first one is with respect to different body style. You can go ahead and analyze this particular chart. Okay, so whenever you click, you can slice and dice the data. You can deep dive in the data. You can go at the highest level of granularity and the lowest level of granularity to see the results at different angles from which the insights can be generated. So let's say if you want to see for a dealer who is from let's say a dealer name. Okay, so let's say he is from Kia. Okay, so how Kia cars are performing, how that particular dealer is performing. Then you can see for transmission. So like if you want to see for manual transmission, how are the cars? If you want to see for auto transmission, how are they performing? Likewise. Okay, if you want to see for double engine, or we can say crosshair or overhead engine, you can find this particular results for that as well. All right, so if you try to click here also, you can see these are interactive filters which we have placed. We call them as action filters also. Likewise, if you want to see by color, if you see on pale white, when you click, you can see the values are changing with respect to that. All right, so this dashboard is completely dynamic, and we have designed everything. So when you click here as well on Volkswagen, if you want to see for Toyota, you can see you can if you want to see for let's say Porsche. Okay, So for Porsche, you can see that the total sales were 4.6 millions. Okay, and for month to date, it is 0.57 million. For with respect to last year, it has been increased by almost 1 million. Okay, and 27% is the increase. So likewise, we can analyze different things at different angles. Okay, so this complete dashboard is giving a comprehensive idea to all the businesses of this particular car sales dashboard, or we can say car sales company, and for their stakeholders on their for dealer regions as well. All right, so this is the first dashboard. Then we have a navigation menu over here, which is taking us to our second dashboard. So when you click on this particular dashboard, you can see we are getting a grid view. Okay, and this grid view is giving us the row by row, or we can say each row is been given as a single car sold of that particular data, right? So let's say you want to see for each row by row, the we can say the data of that car sold. So each row is giving a single car, we can say information. So let's say if you want to see for 2nd January, who was the customer name, who was the dealer, which was the company of that particular car, then what was the color, what was the model, and what was the total sales done by that particular car. So in this way, you can export this particular grid. Okay, and you can also see with different filters. Okay, so this is also filters are available over here as well. So for different you let's say you want to see for, let's say, CNM motors. So CNM motors, you can see all the dealer names are CNM motors, and if you want to export this only, so you can export this in Excel and you can send this file to your CMN motors dealers. From there they can analyze more with their data, right? So it is a very comprehensive and it is a big project. Okay, so we are trying to show multiple things in one or two dashboards over here, and which is very important for our client. At the top also, you can see this is the date which we are showing here. So this is the dynamic date, which is giving us the information that the date in our data, or we can say what is the date range in our data. So the data is present from 2nd of January 2022, 31st of December 2021. Okay, so this information also data is giving, but for our analysis we are going to use the latest data. That is, we are going to use the 2020 and 2022 and 2023 data. So you can ignore this. I will show you how to do that in our dashboard while we are designing. All right, so this was all, or we can say complete overall overview of this particular dashboard. And stay tuned with our video. I will be showing you how to prepare this entire dashboard in this complete video. Step by step everything will be mentioned. Okay, so if you have came at this position of the video, then I know that you are eager to learn what will how we'll be designing. You will be eager to learn different functionalities of Power BI, which we are going to use here. Different data modeling, data cleaning, data quality checking. We are also going to see how to check the quality of the data, how to build calendar tables, or we call them as date tables, how to use time intelligence functions and all those. That is DAX functions. So before moving in the video, I request you to please go ahead and subscribe the channel. Many people see the video, they like the video, they comment the video on video, but they forgot to subscribe. So please subscribe. It will give me a motivation and it will help me also. So also like the video. If you like the video, you just have to click once, because one like will make this video reach to many people who are in need or who are trying to learn data analyst or Power BI. All right, guys. So go ahead and please subscribe my channel. Then you can just hit the like button, and then we will start our video. So before moving to building our dashboard, we will see what or we can say what problem statement client has provided to us. Okay, so just let's go from the start. We will see everything. So let's see the problem statement. So the problem statement first is for our dashboard one, that is overview. And in that one, we have discussed the KPIs requirement, or we discussed the KPIs in overview when I shown you what are the KPIs which we are showing in the dashboard. So first KPI which we are going to show is sales overview. Okay, so we want to design a sales overview, and in that sales overview we want to show four different measures in that. First one is year to date sales we have to find out. Then we have to find out month to date total sales. Then year on year growth in total sales. What are the year on year growth from last year as compared to last year in current year, right? Then the difference between year to date sales and previous year to date sales. These four measures we are going to find out, and these are very important because in every interview you will be asked what is mean by year to date, month to date, how to find those, what is time intelligence functions, how to build a date table, have you used in your original project. So if you are seeing this video, you will get to know all the answers of these particular questions. Okay. Then we have to find average price analysis. What was the average price of each car sold, or we can say overall average of all the cars sold. And the same four measures we have to design over here also. Same car sold metrics also we have to find out the total number of cars sold in numbers we have to find out. Year to date cars, month to date, and year on year growth car sold, right? And same is the difference between year to date and previous year to date. So this is overall the KPIs requirement. We called it as summary. We called of the business, which gives us the higher level idea of the business, how it is performing. All right. So this is a KPIs requirement. Let's move ahead.
So before moving ahead into our video, guys, let me introduce you to my new website. So in this particular website, I have added so many of data analysis material, roadmaps, and the roadmaps which are required to current industry trends, and it will be used for 2025 and 2026 use as well. And edition year is for both. I can say I keep it updating every month. So there are multiple materials available. So you can see I have a data analysis complete material package. Power BI projects are there. You can see Power BI individual projects also if you want to buy, those are also available. And this is the most unique package where it says 30 companies detailed real-time interview question and answer, where it has everything, right? The real-time questions which is been asked in the interview, and the scenario based interview questions as well, both for SQL, Power BI, Excel, data warehouse. Everything is been included for Python as well, right? So you can see capstone project which includes all the tools. This is also available. Projects on Tableau, projects on Excel, right? So, and some other different individual materials are also available on my website, right? And if you see over here, if you look for the data analysis complete material over here, let me explain you what is included in it. So here you will get an data analysis roadmap, right? If you click on this, a complete roadmap is available. If I open this, you can see a complete roadmap is available. And in this, there are actually a complete syllabus is available with links are also available in this. So these links are freely available on YouTube. So with my experience and with my knowledge, I have gathered all the links and created a proper document. So you don't have to pay lakhs of amount in the people who are teaching you, and which will be not 50 or 40% of also what I will be teaching you or I will be giving you over here. It is a complete detailed roadmap with all the tools, right? If you see every roadmap, everything is explained what you should learn as a beginner and everything, right? So everything is available, all the syllabus with links that you have to learn, right? And these are curated and handpicked by myself. All right. So this is an worth for you. If you go back, there is and detailed other materials. Let's say for Power BI. If I go in Power BI, you can see there are notes available. There are projects also available. So the other separate folder is available for project. Each and everything, right? You can see PL300 Power Query, other notes, data cleaning notes, data modeling notes, and all other roadmaps. A special Power BI roadmap is also available over here, guys, right? So also there are some projects available. So you can see Power BI projects. You can see more than 6 to 7 projects are available. Similar for Excel, these projects are available. And in projects, you will get an complete Power BI file. So if you look over here, let's say for hotel management dashboard, you will get a complete data, complete report, a .pbix report, which will be a working report, a working Power BI file, and a problem statement, right? The images used will be also provided to you, right? So you can see the meta ad performance analysis dashboard is also available over here. All right. So if you look more in this particular course, what I am offering for you is, if you look over here, you will also have all other tools data also, right? And in this, I will have providing the practice data sets also. So these are the different practice data sets which you can use actually to create your own projects, right? Then I have also added few real-time industry question answers also, right? So these are the real-time industry question answers, and this is just in September only I have added all this. And it is, if you look for Deloitte, let's say let's look for other one, right? So let's look for Flipchart. You can see everything is available, SQL questions, and it is everything is explained with answer, right? And these are the real time questions that are asked in interviews. Similarly way, if you're looking for Power BI projects, everything is available, all the Power BI projects are available, and in this you will get all the PBIX files, right? You can see you will get a PBX file, all the images, the CSV data file, and the problem statements also. And if you want to see all these projects, you can see I have created my new website over here. And if you go in dashboards, right, and here all those Power BI dashboard, Tableau dashboard, Excel dashboard, I will add soon. And all this dashboard, if you click on view all, or if you want to see any of the dashboard, let's say you want to see IPL analysis, if you click on this, and it is a workable dashboard, guys, so it will take some time to open, and if you change the season, if you can see all the values are changing, right? So in this way all the dashboards are added. If you want to check what dashboards you will be getting in those 25 Power BI projects, you will actually be able to see on my website. So both the links I will add in the description box. This website link also, you can jump from here also to this particular website. If you click on start learning, you will be redirected to this particular website from where all the packages are available, right? And if you look over here, guys, you can see 4,000, more than 4,400 people have already bought it. And there are so many messages I have received that they actually the projects are very good. Actually, the material is very good. So it is proven. It is not fake. It is a real time. Everything is real time. I am not doing a scam over here. If you are in doubt, you can reach out to me to my email and or a WhatsApp number which is available in the description of this particular video, and you can go through this website. I will add the link in the description box, and if you like it you can buy it. If you don't like it, you can just go ahead with the video and see the entire project or whatever I am teaching you. All right, so now let's move ahead with our video.
Second one is our charts requirement. So in charts, what we do is in KPIs we see at higher level how a business is performing. Why we design charts is nothing but it gives us at deeper level, at granular level how the business is performing. If we want to see deep dive in the data, if we want to analyze like how that particular set of or subset of data is only performing, right? So for that we are designing the charts, and our client has given us six requirements of charts. The first one is we have to find out year to date sales weekly trend. Okay, then second we have to find out year to date sales by body size, and you can read the description what actually or why they are trying to analyze this particular charts. Then we want to find out year to date sales by color, year to date sales by dealer region, then company wise sales trend, and we have to find out the details grid. Okay, that grid which we are going to design, that is in dashboard. Okay, so in dashboard 2 we are going to create a grid view or dashboard displaying table of all the car details in Power BI, and this should show us, and we will be trying to display all the grid, and then we will be trying to export it using different filters if we want to apply, and if you don't we can completely export it and we can share it with our stakeholders or our different dealers, right? So now before moving ahead again, we are very much close to 100K. You have shown so much love in 2023. I'm expecting the same love from you in 2024 as well. So I request you to again please subscribe the channel, and definitely we will reach 100K in 1 month, and hope so. So thank you very much for this total love and support and motivation which you have shown here in last 1.5 year. So we will continue our journey, and I will bring you the most important projects. I will bring you most important I have planned of bringing a series of data analyst completely. That is, I will be launching Power BI course, Power BI advanced course, Power BI DAX course, then Tableau LODs, Tableau advanced calculations, Excel, MySQL course. So everything is in plan. Just be patient. So I'm working on it. So just go ahead and subscribe. So whenever I do that, you will get a notification. All right. So let's move ahead. So now what functionalities you are going to learn in this complete project? So these are very few functionalities or important functionalities which I have mentioned in front of your screen, but you will be learning more than this. Okay, so you can read all of them, whatever you are going to learn in this. Some important are connecting Excel file that everybody knows, but most important are DAX, time intelligence functions. These functions we are going to use over here, date functions, custom charts, filter, conditional formattings we are going to use, how to build the dashboards, and all those things we are going to use in this particular video. All right, guys. So the software which you are going to use in this particular video, I am going to use this particular software, and their versions which I will be using is for Excel. I will be using 2021 version. You can use any version above 2016. All right. Second, I will be using Power BI December 2023 version. I would recommend you to use the same or the latest one, whichever is available with you. All right, latest one or the same December 2023 version. All right, guys. So now let's move ahead and we will see what data we have. I will give you the walkthrough our data. So now this is the data which we have, by using which we are going to build our dashboard. So I will just show you how many number of rows and how many number of fields we have in this particular data. So this is a single table data. So when I click here, the total number of rows which we have is almost approximately 25,000. And when I click on here, we have 16 number of fields or 16 columns are there with different information. By using that information, we are going to build our particular dashboard. All right. So now let's go ahead and see each and every column of our data. So first we have a car ID. Okay. So when you check the car ID, this is a unique, we can say each row of this particular car ID will hold a unique value. Okay, it will be a unique value which we called as for us as a primary key. Okay, then we have a date. So on which date that particular car has been sold. So we have the data for 2 years, that is 2023 and 2020. Then the name of customer to whom the car has been sold, the gender of that customer, annual income of that particular customer, then the dealer name. So who was the dealer in that particular dealer region, that particular, or who is selling that particular car to that particular customer. All right. Then we have company. Okay, of which company that particular car has been sold. We have different, like we have Ford, Audi is there, BMW is there, Chevrolet is there, and Honda. So many cars are there, right? Then what is the model of that particular car? So for Toyota, let's say it, the name of the car is Corolla Altis, or we can say Corolla. Then we have the engine of that particular car. So what is the type of engine which we have in that particular car? That is double a overhead camshaft or a overhead camshaft. All right. Then we have a transmission. Okay, so transmission, if it is an auto transmission or it is a manual transmission. Then what is the color of that particular car, right? So in what color that particular car has been bought from that particular dealer by that particular customer. All right. Then what was, at what price that particular car has been sold. Okay, so let's say 26,000 has been sold for that of that, or we can say price of that particular Ford company expedition model was of 26,000, right? So these are the different information which we have in the data. And the dealer number is nothing but we can say the dealer phone number. Then what was the body style? If it is a SUV type a car, or a passenger or a hatch type car, or passenger, or we can say a top type car, right? Then the phone number of that particular customer, and in what region this particular car has been sold. That is Middletown, Aurora, Greenville. Different regions are there. These are from US regions. All right. So this data is from US data. All right. So this data which we have is already cleaned data. We have got it from Kaggle website. It's already a clean data. So many of rows were they were manipulated and modified as per our analysis. All right. So the data you can download it from our description box. I will add a link over there. You can download and you can use it for our analysis. You can follow with the video and you can build the same dashboard in your system as well. All right. So now we will just go to our Power BI and we will take a new sheet over here. So I will just click on File and I will take a new sheet. So now let's go ahead and start building our, we can say, dashboard. All right. So I will take a new worksheet or workbook for Power BI. So this is a new workbook. So we'll just close this. Okay, guys. So now we have a new workbook. So first thing first, what we have to do is we have to connect to our data. The data which we have is an Excel file. Okay, it's not a CSV file. It's a flat file, which is a Excel SX file. We called it as Excel file. So we, on our first page or our landing page itself on Power BI, we have different default connectors in our screen, Excel, SQL Server, and all those things. So you can directly click here, or you can go in get data. In home ribbon, you have to go in get data. And here you have an option called XML. So for now, I will just click here. So as soon as you click, it is asking us to choose our data. So I will just select my data. So you have to navigate your data wherever you have located or placed in your system. So I will just select this data and I will just open it. Okay. So it will take some time to load our data. All right. So this is the sheet one. The sheet one is whatever we have the data. Okay. So you can see this is the sheet one in which we have data. I will just change the name of the sheet. We can say car underscore data, and I will just hit save. And what I will do, I will just cancel it and I will again load the data. Okay. I will just go here and I will load the data again, so that we will have the name of the sheet in our data. So you can see car data is there. So this is the data which we are going to use. So now we are getting a preview of the data. First few 10 or 50 rows we are having. So we just have to check if everything has been populated and brought in Power BI. And once you have checked, you have to just click on load data. Okay. So once you click on load data, it will take some time to load. And now the data has been loaded in our Power BI. So it will take some connection time and it will retrieve all the rows from our Excel sheet. All right. So you can see all the rows has been added in the sheets, and now we are in the report view. Okay, so you can see this is a report view where we will be building our dashboard. So to view the data, you have to go to table view. So when I click on table view, you can see you will be seeing your data in this particular format for here. So when you drop down this, you can see these are the different fields which are available into our data. So now what we are going to do is we are going to check the quality of the data and if any data cleaning is required in this particular data set. Okay, so now to do some data cleaning and check the quality of the data, we have a tool in Power BI itself that is called as Power Query. Okay, so I will just drop down this so you can see the full options of the whichever we have in our data. So now you have to go in Home tab. Okay, so to check the quality, what we will do, you have an option here called as Transform Data. So you have here option. I will just click on the Transform Data. As soon as you do, you will be having a new UI in front of you, or a new dialog box will be opened, which will give you the quality of the data. So for now, I will just turn off this, and now I will show you. So I will just explain what we have here into our Power Query editor. So first thing here, you have at the left hand page, you can see you have the name of the table whichever we have in our data. So as we have only one single table, so only one table will be appeared over here. So if you are working on multiple tables, all the table names will be appeared over here. Alright. And at the right hand side in this particular pane, you can see the applied steps. So whatever changes which we are going to make in Power Query or whatever operations we are going to perform, all those will be listed in this particular dialog box. So let's say your colleague is working on this particular data set and he have made some changes, made some data cleaning or data manipulation here. So you will come to know by looking at this particular window that what operations are being performed here, and you will come to know that yeah, some data cleaning was done and what was the that particular data cleaning done. So this is very helpful when there are two people or two different resources are actually working on a single project. Okay, and it will be helpful for you also if you have worked today and whenever you are opening it after 6 months or 7 months, you will come to know that what you have made the changes in past. All right. So now let's move ahead. So now how to check the data, or we can say quality of the data. All right. So now to do that, what we have to do is first you will be in Home tab. So now go in View tab. Okay. In View tab, you have to turn here two particular check boxes. First is column distribution and second is column quality. Okay. So by making using of these two particular things, we are going to check our quality of the data. So when you check this particular first column, you can say valid is 100%, error is 0%, and empty is 0%. So this is very important. Always remember in any data whenever you are working, valid should be always 100%. Means what? You are not having any error into that data, or you do not have any empty rows or empty cells in that particular data. Empty can be null or empty can be blanks. Okay. So both are not recommended to have in your data. All right. So in some cases they can be there, I will tell you in which cases those should be there and in which cases those should be not there. All right. So now first this is a row ID. Okay, so as I already told you when I was giving you the walkthrough on the data, row ID is nothing but it is a unique key which we are having, or a unique row, or we can say unique value on each row is there for this particular field. Okay, so it is a valid 100%, and here you can see a distribution is there. All right, so this distribution is nothing but 100% distinct, and 100 or 1000 unique is there, and 1000 distinct values there. What does it mean that distinct means what and unique means what? Each and every row is having a distinct and unique value. Similarly, when you check for date column, 100% valid, but you can say 31 distinct and 3 uniques are there. Means what? You can see here date has been repeated. Here you can see these two dates are repeated, right? So if it is having a repetitive value, then it's not a unique. It is a unique value. It's not a distinct value, right? So in this way, we have to check the quality of the data, and you will come to know which is the primary key, which is the foreign key. So these are required, and these are the questions asked in interview as well. All right, and here you can see valid is 100%. So always remember, date column is a field which should be always 100% valid. Why? Because let's say you are working on this particular data, and you have this particular date, that is the third row in this particular, the date is null or empty. So it's not possible, right? So the car has been sold, it has been purchased by a customer, it has been sold by that particular dealer and that particular dealer region, or that particular dealer, but you don't have the date for that particular record. It's not possible, right? It must be sold on some day, some year, or some month, right? So date should be always present. Let's say you don't have the customer information, right? It can be possible that you have not taken the customer information and it's blank. That is okay. If the customer information is blank, if he is not having any customer name, you don't have it in record, you don't have it in we can see data, you forgot to type, you forgot to mention the name of that particular customer, that is fine, because that can be allowed. But there are some fields which should be 100% valid. All right. Similarly, when you check for let's say we check it for this particular price. Okay, so price should be there. It is a measure, or we can say it is a fact in our case, because that if you are selling a car, it should be sold at some amount, right? And if any of the value or any of the row in this particular field is null, it is, or empty, it is not accepted. All right. So let's say 12,000 of this 14,000 value is null, or it is zero. Not possible. You cannot sell a car at zero value, or you cannot have a null value or a blank value in that particular sale. So it should have a particular figure, and it should be 100% valid. All right. So in this way, you have to check in real time industry also, guys. All right. So now this is the how you check the data quality. Now next, what we will do here, you can see we have to do some data cleaning, right? So in data cleaning, you can see there is a double A is there, and at the small cap is there overhead shaft. So we don't want that. We will change, and we will just keep it as double overhead cap shaft. So to do that, what we will do, I will just first copy this. Okay, copy this particular value, and I will just right click over here, and we will just have an option called replace. Okay, let's find it. Replace values. Okay, so we will just click on replace values. I will just find, we are going to find this, and we are going to replace it by this. Just we have to delete this A button. So I'll just click on OK. So as soon as you do, you can see all the values are being changed. You can see in here also the double head, double overhead camshaft has been corrected. The spelling mistakes has been corrected for all the data which we have in our data sheet. And at the right hand navigation page, here you can see steps applied, and here you can see a value has been, or a population has been done, which is called as replaced value. So when you double click on this, you can see what operation has been done in this particular step. So this is very important, and this is how we check the quality and the cleaning of the data. So must not, a complex level of data cleaning was not required in this data set, because fortunately we had cleaned the data set, and I did some basic cleaning in Excel as well. So this is what we do in cleaning of this particular data set in this particular data. All right. So now once all the cleaning is done, you have to go in home tab, and you have to go back to our Power BI. Whatever steps you have made here, it should be visible in Power BI as well. So for that, what you have to do, you have to click on close and apply. So once you click on close and apply, all the changes made over here will be automatically reflected in Power BI. So just you have to hit here, click this. Once you do, you can see the changes are under process, and you can see changes are made. So if you want to cross check, you can see in engine we have made here changes, that is double head and overhead concept. So we have made some data manipulations and cleaning over here. All right. So now this was our data cleaning. Now we have to start our design. Okay. First I will show you as per our problem statement. First we have to find out some sales data, and we can say some KPIs, three types of KPIs in which we are going to visualize four measures. And here those are mostly related to year to date, month to date, year on year, previous year to date. So all these functions or all these measures which we are going to find out, they are based on time intelligence functions like total MTD, total YTD, same period last year, and all those functions. So these functions are called as time intelligence function. And what Microsoft recommend is, or what Power BI recommend is, if you check the help document on internet also, whenever you are working on year to date or time intelligence function, it is always recommended to create a calendar table or a date table. Okay, so why to create a calendar table, right? So in many times what happens is in our data, whichever we have seen here, so you have data here, and let's say that data we have, and it is not possible that each and every day the car will be sold, right? So most of the times we have holidays, we have some government holidays to that particular dealer or in that particular showroom. So those days data will be not present over here. But when you build a calendar table, the calendar table will have all the dates from start to end, whichever are there in our particular original data set. That is from minimum to maximum, whichever is there. All the dates will be present into that particular calendar table, and it will give us an ability to perform different operations, and it will give us the ability to perform different date operations, that is year to date, previous year to date, month to date. All those operations can be easily performed when we are building a time intelligence, or we can say a calendar table or a date table. So it is always recommended, and nowadays in every model, every domain, and in every project, we generally use the we can say calendar table or a date table. So now we have to build that. So we are already in our table view. So how to build it? So you have to go in home tab, and here you have an option called new table. So I will just click on new table. So create a new table. I will just increase your size, and I will name it as calendar table. You can name anything. If you want, you can mention as a date table also. So I will be using here a DAX function. Okay, so DAX function itself is a calendar function. Okay, so we are going to make use of calendar, and it takes two arguments. First is start date and end date. So now you cannot hard code the start date and end date, right? Because if you are typing manually and hard coding it, every time you have to change it. So how will you specify the start date and end date? So we already have a date table into our car data set, right? So from there only we will pick our start date, and from there only we will pick our end date. So the minimum value which is there in our car data, in that particular date table, that will be our start date, and the maximum value which is having for the date, it will be our maximum date. So whenever the values will be changing in our car data set, automatically it will be taken into our calendar table, right? So now to that I will use minimum of date, right? Date is nothing but we will pick it from car date, right? Close the bracket for this minimum function, and second is maximum. Second argument is maximum of car date. Okay, that is this one. I will close this, and I will again close this, and I will just hit enter. So as soon as you hit enter, you will get the data, right? So the first date which we have, or the minimum date in our date column here, it is 9, we can say 9 of March 2020, right? And the maximum date which we have in our data set is 8 December 2023. If you want to check in Excel also, you can check over here, and just we will sort it by sort oldest to newest. Okay, so when you sort it, you can see the maximum or the minimum date in our date is, or in our data is 9 of March. Okay, And when you scroll down, the maximum one is 8th of December. The same data we are having here is the minimum maximum was 8th of December and the minimum is 9 of what we can say March. So the minimum and maximum are captured from there, and in between this minimum and maximum, each row will be having unique value and it will be serially calculated, right after 9 it will be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Irrespective of if the sale is done in this particular dates, you will have all the dates over here, right? So this is the benefit of doing our intelligence, we can say calendar table, and building or using intelligence functions for that, right? You can see each and every row will be having unique date over here. Unique date is there, no date will be repeated, right? But in our this particular data set, you can see dates are repeated over here, but here it is not repeated. And now by using this only, we are going to build our data model also, and our that particular measures also. So I hope you have understood why we are building a calendar table over here, or a date table, and how we have built that also I have shown you. Right. Now what we will do, we will build some more we can say columns into this particular table. Right. So from this particular date, what we will try to extract month from here, week from here, and year from here. So for that, what we will do, we will click on new column. Okay. So first I will extract year. Okay. So now to extract year, what we will do, we will use year function. Year of what? This particular date. Okay. That is calendar date. Okay, so calendar table. So this is the name of the table, that is calendar table, and in the in square bracket you can see date. This is nothing but this date field. So just select this, close this, and just hit enter. So you can see year has been extracted. So this is 2022 has been extracted. When you scroll down, you can see 2023 also for this particular rows. Alright. Now we want to extract month. So to do that, what I will do, I will just create one more column over here, and I will name this as month. Okay. So now to extract the month, we cannot use month function. We can use, but month function will give us the number of that particular month. That is 3, 4. That is a number, but we want the name of that particular month. So for that, we have to use format function. Okay. Format, the first argument is value. Value is nothing but calendar date. Okay. So this, from this value, we are going to extract it, comma, what should be the format. So I will just mention the format 4 times m, close this, hit enter. So you will get full name. Okay, one second. Okay, we have to add this in double inverted commas and just hit enter. So you can see it is giving us the month. So 4th month is nothing but April. Same we have to find out week, because in one of the chart we have to find out year to date sales by week. So for that, I will just click on one more new column over here, and I will name it as week. Okay, and here we will name it as week function itself. Okay, so I will just find it as week number. We want number, this particular day falls in which particular week. So we want it from calendar date, and we will just close this and just hit enter. Okay, so you will get the numbers in this particular week, right? So you are having all the numbers that particular week, or that particular this particular day falls in which particular week. All right. So this, in this way we have built our tables. So now right now what we can see is these two tables. This is the calendar table and this is the date table, or we can say our main data set table. These two tables are now, right now, they are independent from each other. They are not connected to each other, but we want to make it connected. We want to make them dependent on each other. While visualization we will need it, so to do that we are going to make use of data modeling. So you have here a third option called model view. So I will just click here, and here you can see these two tables which we have already created. So this is our, which comes our from data, and this we have created inside our Power BI, right? So now we want to make connection in between these two tables, right? So if you can see this particular data, what is the most common thing which we have here is the date, right? It is not that because we have the name of this particular two, this date and this date is same, not based on name, but there is only one field which we can connect this data is on date field. This year, here it might, the name change will be order date, and here it will be only date. Still we have to connect it on date only. So what we will do, I will just take this date, and to make it relation, we have to make it in relation in this table. I will just release it over here. So here you can see a relationship has been created, and here you can see one, and here you can see a star. So one means what? One, and star means what? Many. So this relationship is called one to many relationship. So now why it is called one to many relationship? I already told you in this particular table, the date column which we have here, right? So this date column, it have unique value on each and every row, right? And in this particular car data set, if you can check here, so you can see the values are repeated on each row, right? 28 October, 28 October, it is repeated. So these are many values on each row, and here in this particular calendar table we have single value on each row. That's the reason it is called one to many relationship. So one date of this particular date table, it is connected to multiple dates of this particular date table because we have multiple dates on each row. This is how you have to define it. Or here you can also call this date is called as a foreign key. Not sorry, for not foreign key, it is a primary key because it have unique and non-null value on each and every row. While here the date is called as foreign key because foreign key can have duplicate values on the respective rows which we have in the data, right? And this is the filter direction, right? So from this particular table, all the value will be filtered in this particular table, right? I hope you have understood the data model. So this is important. If you don't do the data modeling, if you don't build the relationship in between these two tables, you won't be able to make or build the visualization based on these two particular tables, right? So now we will go back to our report view, and in this report view now we will start building our visualizations. So now before building our visuals, what we will do, we will set our background, the canvas which you see in front of your screen. This entire canvas, we will try to set it up first, and then we will start our building visuals. All right. So now we are going to add a background over here, and I will show you, we have already created some backgrounds over here. So I will show you the PPT over here. So in this PPT, I have designed the background, and how to design the background for your dashboard. I have already created a video for that. I will add the link in the description box. You can click on that link and you can see how to design these types of dashboard backgrounds, and you can use it for any dashboard, for Power BI, Excel or Tableau, any dashboard whichever you are using. All right. And so I have already converted this background in the form of images, so and I will add those only into our Power BI. So now to do that, you have to click here on format your report page, then you have to click on canvas backgrounds, and from here we will add image. I will just click here, and this images also and the PPT also I will add in the description box. From there you can go ahead and download it. So I will just select the car sales background one. I will click on open, but still you cannot see the background over here. So what's the reason behind that? Here you can see the transparency right now is 100%. I will reduce you to 0%, and you can see the background is now visible. Similarly, you have to go to canvas setting over here, and you can see the vertical alignment is at top. So instead of top, I will select it as middle. So this entire image will be at the center, in vertically centered into this particular canvas. All right. So now this has been set up, and now we will start building our visual. So as per our problem statement, if I show you, so we have to find out the sales overview, and first we have to find out the year to date total sales. Okay, so now to find out the year to date total sales, I will just click on here and we can see all the values over here. So to find out the year to date total sales, as I already told you, we are going to make use of time intelligence DAX function, and for that we have already created here calendar table. So by making use of both, we are going to build a measure, we are going to create a measure, and by using that measure we will try to show our year to date total sales. Now we have to create a measure, so I will just click on any of the field over here, and make sure you are clicking it in car data, right click over here, okay, and just click on new measure. So I will just increase the size of here, and I will name it as year to date total sales. Okay, so this is what our year to date total sales, and here we are going to build our measure. So we are going to make use of total YTD function. Okay, so this total YTD functions takes four arguments. Okay, first two arguments are compulsory for us, and the second and third and fourth argument which you see in the rectangular brackets, those are optional. If you want to add it, you can add it for more conditions. If you don't want, you can just mention the first two expressions. So first is what expression. So it is asking that for which particular value you have to find out the total YTD. So we have price over here. So price is nothing but the sales done for each and every car. So we have to find for that particular price. But we have to take sum. We have to take aggregation first. I will using sum of price. Okay, so this will be a sum of price. This is our first argument. I will close the bracket, comma, for which dates, which data field you are going to make use to find out total YTD. We are going to make use of this particular date field which we have created by using calendar table. So I will add here calendar table. I will type it and we are going to make use of calendar date over here. And we are just going to specify two arguments. I will just close this bracket. So year to date sales, what it is giving us over here is that total YTD function, what is it used for? So total YTD is nothing but it will automatically detect which is the latest year for us in our data. So if you check our Excel sheet, or I already showed you here, if I see here, you can see we have 2 years, 2022 and 2023. So this is the latest year. So what YTD will do, total YTD, it automatically detect 2023 year, and for which date, this particular date, that is this particular date column, all the dates which we have in 2023, it will just bring it in a separate table, and for all the price it will take the sum and it will retrieve it as a value. So I'll just click here on OK. So this is the first calculation which I have created. I will close this, and now we want it to be shown in our visualization. So now we have already created our calculation for year to date total sales. Now we will try to bring that into our visualization. So in visualization, we will go ahead and select here the card visual. So this will be a card visual in which we will be creating our year to date total sales, or we will try to show it over here. So we have a year to date total sales. I will just try and bring it over here, and this is the data which we are having here, right? So by using this particular data, we are going to show our particular visualizations. So for that, what I will do, we have to do some quick formattings on this. So I will just go in format visual, and first go in general, and in effects I will just turn off the background, then go in visual, go in call out value, and in font I will choose it as semi bold, Sagio UI semi bold. I will choose the color as 10% darker, and here I will choose the font size as 25. Okay, and I will choose the category label, I will turn it off. Okay, and again go in general, and in title I will turn it on, and I will add the title as total, or we can say year to date total sales. Okay, these are year to date total sales, and the font I will choose at CHGO UI, and I will choose it as 11, and color I will choose it as this. Okay, so this is year to date total sales, and horizontal alignment we will choose it as same. So I will just try to align it properly. We will take it and we will try to place it over here. Okay, so this is year to date total sales, but here also what we will do, we will do some for, we can say, currency and decimal point changes over here. So we want one decimal to be shown, and we have to add a currency of dollar over here. So to do that, select this particular year to date total sales and go to measure tools, and here you have an option called, just click on this particular, a symbol will be added, and automatically two decimals are added, but we want only one. So just select here one and press enter. Okay, so you can see, if you check our the other dashboard, you can see 371.2 is the value which we have. Okay, so I will just select this and I will try to navigate over here. So as per our problem statement, second we have to find out the month to date total sales. Okay, so now to do that, what I will do, I will just right click over here, but before that what I will do, we will find out year on year and year to date difference between year to date and previous year to date, because those are dependent on this calculation itself. So now to find out year-on-year sales, that is nothing but year-on-year growth, we have to first find out the previous year to date sales, right? And to find out difference also, we have to find out first previous year to date sales. So to do that, what I will do, I will just take it a bit down. And to do that, I will just right click over here and I will create a new measure. We have to write one more tax calculation over here and I will name it as previous year to date total sales. Okay, and we will write a calculation over here. We will be make using of calculate function over here. It is taking multiple arguments. One argument is compulsory, that on what particular expression or what field or measure you have to calculate it, and others are filters. You can add multiple filters over here as much you want, right? So first we have to take sum, okay, because we have to find it for sum of price. Okay, so for this particular value we have to find a comma. We are going to add a filter over here. So we want to previous year to date sales. That is right now, let's say we are in 2024. Don't consider 2024 because we are very early. So let's say you are in 8th month. That is you are on October end. Okay. So for the same current year, if you are current year consider, we will consider it as 1st of October 2024 to 8th of sorry, 1st of January 2024 to let's say 8th of October 2024. So this is current year span. So for same current year span, you have to go back in last year, that is 1st of January 2023 to 1st of October 2023. What was the sales done? That is called as previous year to date. And to do that, we are going to make use of same period last year. So it returns the set of date in current year selection for previous year. So what is the selection of current year? Same selection for last year, retrieve the value from there. And date is nothing but we are pick it from calendar because it is a time intelligence function. So we'll be making use of calendar date. Close the bracket two times and I'll just hit enter. Okay. So if you want to see what is the value of it, so I will just take a new measure over here, or we can say card, and I will show you. So this is the previous year to date sales. So it is obviously greater. So we have to take difference of these two and we have to find out year on year. So I will just remove it for now. And to find out first, we'll find out the difference. So I'll just create a new measure and we'll name it as sales difference. I will name it as sales difference. Okay. And I will name it as sales difference. The calculation is nothing but year to date total sales minus previous year to date sales. So year to date total sales minus previous year to date total sales. This is nothing but difference between the current year and last year sales. Just hit enter. Okay, so this will be created. I will take a new card over here and we'll try to show it. Take the sales difference over here. So 71 million was the sales difference. That is nothing but 71 million and it is in positive value. It is nothing but positive means what? We are in profit 71 million, or we can say as compared to last year 71 million we are in more in current year, right? So we will do quickly formattings on this. I will just select this. I will click on format painter and I will just click here. So all formattings will be applied here automatically. Select the sales difference and we will also give here currency. Okay, and same we will give it for only one decimal point. Hit enter. So this is for one decimal point and we will do some formattings over here quickly. So I will just go in format visual. Okay, go in call out value, and in call out value I will choose the font as far as 11. Okay, so this will be our value. Okay, I'll just try to reduce it and I will try to place it over here. Okay, so this is the value. Just let's see where we have placed it. Our original dashboard, it's here. Perfect. All right, so wherever you want you can place it. All right, so this is the sales difference. Now what we have to do is whenever sales are positive, if difference is positive it should be in green color, and if the difference is negative it should be in red color, and this should be dynamic. Okay, automatically it should be done. We don't have to come here and hard code the color always. So to do that we have to do give some conditional formattings. So before doing that we will write a calculation. To do that I will write a calculation, a new measure over here, and I will name it as sales difference color. Name it as sales difference color. You can give any name, and I will be using here if condition. Okay, so we will use a if condition over here and I will name it as if. Okay, so first logical test. So it's the logical test will be what? If sales difference. Okay, if this sales difference is greater than 0. Okay, if it is greater than 0 means what? it is on positive side. If it is less than 0 means it is in negative side. If it is if this condition is satisfied, if it is greater than 0, what should be the result if it is true? So if it is true, we want the result as green color. So what I will do, I will mention here as green. Okay. And if it is negative, what should be what if it is false, if this condition does not satisfy, means what, if it is negative, then it should be red. Okay, and I will just close this. Okay, and hit enter. All right, so it says that. Okay, so what we will do, I will just add it here in double inverted commas. We are adding a text over here, so we have to add it in double inverted commas and just hit enter. Okay, so this condition has been applied. Now what I will do, I will just select this, go to format visual, then go to call out value, and here you have an option called fx. So just click on this fx and we will be applying here our rules. So we are going to apply a rule over here. So a rule is for which field, so we are going to apply it for which field, that is for sales difference color, so this field. So if the value is green, okay, so if the value is green, so this text and the text which we used in our calculation should be same. Okay, so if the value is green, we will use the green color. So just choose the green color from here. So we will use this particular green color. All right, and if the value is red, I will just add a new rule over here. If the value is red, we will add it as in a red color. Okay, so we'll use this red color, or you can use more colors and you can apply this particular red. Okay guys, and I will just hit on okay. As soon as I do, you can see the value is converted in green color because the value is positive, right? So in this way we have to apply the rules over here. Okay guys, so same way, now what we have to find out, we have to find out the year on year growth percentage. So to do that, what I will do, I will just add a right click over here. Okay, and I will create a new measure. Okay, so to create a new measure, that is to find out the year on year sales growth. Okay, I will find out the year on year sales growth. To find out this is nothing but the difference of year to date sales minus previous year to date sales total divided by previous year to date sales. This is the formula for year on year sales growth. That is nothing but sales difference divided by previous year to date sales. This is the formula for it. So that is nothing but sales difference we have already calculated. This is the sales difference, and total divided by previous year to date sales. So this is the formula. You can search it on Google as well. What is the formula for year on year growth? Alright. So this is the formula. I will just click on OK. And here what you have to do, you have to select this control C and control V, use the same value. Okay, why we are using same value? Because same rules will be applied. Okay, if it is positive, then this will be also positive because sales difference we have taken at the top itself, right? So we are going to use same functions over here, right? Same logic and same conditional formatting. So now select this, close this, just we are going to add here year on year growth. So this is year on year growth, but it should be in percentage. So select this and click here on percentage. So as soon as you do, you will get a percentage over here. That is nothing but what insight we are getting here, that as compared to previous year, current year we have sales greater than 70 million, and if we check the growth, it is 23.59 percentage. We are at higher side, we are growing as compared to last year, right? And if it is green, then we are in positive side. Okay, we are in, we can say we are increasing our sales as compared to previous year. I hope you are understanding, right? Now, as per our problem statement, we have to find out month to date sales as well. So now to do that, I will just right click here again, create a new measure, and I will name it as month to date total sales. Okay, so to find out month to date total sales, very simple. Just instead of YTD, we'll use month to date sales. Same expression is what, sum of price. Okay, comma calendar date. Okay, that is this particular date we are. So what does this total MTD does is, whichever current month or latest month which we have in our data, for that month it will give us the sales, and that is what we want. I will just hit OK, and whatever I will do, I will take a new card over here. I will take this particular card and I will take the month to date total sales and I will add it over here. So that is nothing but 54 million. But what we want is we want this text to be added to this particular month to date sales. That is, it should be having month to date total sales written over here. We should have a semicolon and then this particular value should be there. So to do that, what we will do, we will write one more calculation. It is nothing but we have to concatenate it. Okay, so this calculations are important, and this exact thing you have to do, guys, in your particular original or real time also. So here I will give it as month to date KPI. I will name it as month to date KPI, and I will use a concatenate function. Okay. So the text whatever we are going to have here is we will write it in double inverted comma month to date total sales. Okay. And I will add one space string, and again I will add the double inverted, or I will close the double inverted comma. X2 is nothing but we have to add this particular sales. So that is nothing but month to date total sales which we have already calculated. I will close this and I will hit enter. Okay. Now I will close this, and instead of this, what I will do, I will just delete this and I will take month to date KPI. So now you can see here, right? So you are having month to date total sales has been added over here, but you can see the value which we are getting, it is getting converted in a text format. So this is a text format value and we are getting it in complete figures, but we want it as 54.2 million. So how to do that? Again, we have to modify our calculation. So this is the calculation which we wrote. Okay, so in this particular calculations, what we will do, we will use some format functions. Okay, so instead of this, what I will do, we will use a format function first here. Okay, which value we have to format, that is month to date total sales. Okay, so this is the format value which we have to use, comma, in what format we want it, right? So what we have to do is first we have to divide this particular value by 1 million. Okay, I will divide it by 1 million. Okay, that is 6 times 0. 6 times 0, what will happen, this divide, when you divide it by 1 million, that is 10 raised to 6, we will get a decimal point over here, right? So that we have got, now we have got 54.2. Now what we want is, that is, it should show only a value up to 2 decimal points and a dollar symbol should be added to it. So I will add in double inverted comma, a dollar symbol should be added. Okay, and we want up to 2 decimal points, that is 0.00, only 2 decimal points, and at the end m should be added, that is nothing for million. I will close this bracket and I will just hit enter. So as soon as you do, you can see this value is converted to 54.28 million, and this is what we want. So these DAX functions are important, guys. Okay. So learning of DAX functions, getting the concept of those is not important. Applying those in real time is important. That's why I already told you this dashboard will be a bit complex, but it will be good for your learning also. So here what we will do, here we want one more space over here. So what, after this column, what I will do, I will add one more space over here and I will just hit enter. You can see automatically a space will be added. You can see, right? Correct. And I will just close this. Now we will do formattings of this. So just come here, go to call out value. So in call out value, again it will be at 10. Okay, and in this particular we will be using the font as Sejo UI. We don't want any category label because it's already there, and we'll just try to reduce it like this. Okay, we'll bring it over here, and as per our this particular dashboard, we'll just see what we have done. Okay, now what we will do, uh, we will change the background of this. So for here we'll just go in general, go in effects, and here we will add a background. I will just go in more color and I will add a color code for this. You can use any color if you want, but for me the background color code I will be using 80027E. Okay, 27E. Okay, it's 80027E. This will be the background color. A little bit of purple color I will be using over here. Okay, so just reduce this and I will try to bring it over here and place it over here. Okay, yes. So this is our month to date sales. Okay, so just we'll reduce it like this. Okay, and we'll try to take this a little bit left. So we will have a roaming space for this. Alright. Now just select this again. We will come here in callout value. We will change the font color for this, and I will change the color, and in more colors I will add a font color for this as 1499CA. Okay, so this will be a font color which we'll be using. So these are the month to date total sales. Alright guys, and what we will do, just go in general and in effects we will add a border not required. Okay, so these are our month to date total sales. We'll just make it a little bold for proper visualization. Okay, perfect. And well, let's see how this looks. Or we'll choose this. Perfect. This looks okay. So these are month to date total sales, and I'll just place its position likewise. Alright guys, so this is for first KPI. It is year to date total sales difference year on year percentage and month to date total sales. I hope you have understood. And if you have come at this particular point of the video, you are doing great guys. Okay. So because if you are learning this and if you are following the video, if you are learning from this video, and I bet you that you will be learning many more visuals from here, right? Many more functionalities, many more calculations, and many more what we can say Power BI advanced techniques also. So here what we will do, we'll just try to give a border over here. So I'll just go in effect, and as I said, I will just turn on the visual border, and we will be using the same color which we used that for that. I'll just turn the corners with 5 pixel. Yes, 5 pixel is enough. Okay, and in properties, I will just increase the height of it by 35. Perfect. Now this looks good, right? So this is our month to date total sales. Alright guys. So we have calculated the first KPI. In the same way, we have to find it for other two. First is important to understand. Next, we just have to change few of the calculations, and it will be ready for us to use. Alright. So now, according to our problem statement, let's see what it is. So according to problem statement, first KPI we have designed and developed, and we have also arranged it in our dashboard itself. So now second what we will do it the same calculations we have to follow, just we have to do it for average price analysis. Okay, so now let's see how to do that. So first again we have to follow the procedure. We have to do the same calculations what we did for the year to date total sales. Instead of sum of sales we have to find average, because average is nothing but sum of total sales divided by what, count of those particular whatever IDs we have, or count of total number of cars. So what we will do, first we will find average value itself directly, and then that average we will be using in our calculations. So we know how to find the average, so I will just write a calculation over here, and I will take a new measure over here, and I will name it as average total sales, or we will just name it as average sales. All right, and just let me see what name are we giving. So it's average year to date average price. Okay, that's right. So average price, it should be the average price. So what is the average price of each car? Okay, so we will name it as sum of total price. Okay, so sum of price, okay, this is nothing but sum of price divided by count of total cars we have, right? That is count of ID, right? So this is count of ID. So count of ID, why we are taking count of ID, I already told you, because each car or each ID have an unique value on each and every row of that particular field. So if we take count, every count will be taken as a unique number, so we will get the total number of rows which we have directly in the table. So I will just hit enter, and now this average we are going to make use at as function. So we have to close the bracket over here, and I will remove it from here. Okay, and I will just hit enter. Okay, so this is the average price. Now next what we will do, we will go and find year to date average price. Okay, so I will just take a new measure, and I will name it as year to date average price. Okay, so this is the first we have to find out, and the same formulas we have to use. That is total. First we have to use total YTD, and the expression is nothing but here we have already calculated it, that is average price. Okay, we don't have to take sum or whatever things, because we have exclusively calculated this as a separate calculation. So directly you can take it, comma, here we have to take what, date. Okay, so and the date we are using calendar date, because it's a time intelligence function. Close it, enter. So this is our first year to date price. I'll just close this and I will just copy the same thing now. Control C, Control V, and I will try to take it and place it over here. Alright. So the same thing we are going to make use of here. Alright. And now what I will do, I will just select this, come to visualizations, I will close this, and instead of this I will take year to date average price. Okay, so instead of year to date total sales we will change. So come to visual, come to general, in title here we'll name it as year to date average price. Okay, so this is average price. Same thing what we have to do, we have to give here a dollar symbol because it's a price, so the currency must be given. So I will just select this entire field over here, and here we will just select dollar. Okay, and instead of two decimal points I will just take one decimal point here, right? So this is the average price. So each car average price if we calculate, so it was $28,000 for last year. Okay, so now same we have to calculate it in current year. So first what we will do, we have to find out the difference. Okay, but to find out difference first we have to calculate previous year to date average price. So for that I will just right click over here, new measure, and I will name it as previous year to date average price. Okay, and we will take it as same calculate function we will be using. Expression is what? Average price, comma, we will be using same period last year function and it will be for calendar. Okay, and I will just close the two times bracket, just hit enter. Okay, so now we have calculated the previous year to date sales. Now we have to find out the sales, the average price difference. What was the difference between current year and last year? So now to do that, what we will do, I will just take it a new calculation over here and I will select it as new measure. Alright. And I will just change it as average price difference. Okay. And we will name it as average price difference. And I will make the calculations as year to date average price minus previous year to date average price. This is the option or the formula. And close this. Now what I will take, I will just copy this, Control C and Control V, and I will try to bring it over here. Okay, so we'll take the same thing and we'll just use the same thing to show it over here. All right, and now what we will do, I will just select this, I will close this, and here we have to say show the average sales difference. Okay, so now you can see it's 223. Okay, so I mean to say, let's see if the value is correct. One second. Okay, so that is correct. So now we will just quickly change the format of this. I will just select this and I will convert it into dollars. Okay, and what we will do, I will just select it up to one decimal point and come here, go in category value and display units we will choose is at thousands. Okay, so and we will just choose it at two decimal points. Perfect. So now it's 0.22k. Perfect. So it's 0.22k, and why it is showing in bracket? Because if it is a negative value, Tableau will automatically, sorry, Power BI will show it is in curly brackets, right? So that's not curly brackets, in parenthesis. So if it's negative, then it will show in parenthesis. Now what's happening here? We have to change the condition over here. That are the rules for this particular uh, this thing particular. This value should be different because if it is a negative value, it should be shown in red color, and which is not been shown over here. So for that, what we will do, we will change our rule over here. And to change the rule, we have to again write calculation for that. So what I will do, I will just write one more calculation, a new measure I will take, and I will name it as average price color. Okay, so we will name it as average price color, and again we will write if condition, if average price difference. Okay, if this condition is greater than 0. Okay, right? So if this value is greater than 0, then what should be result? If it is true, it should be in green color. Okay, comma, if the result is false, it should be in red color. So whatever you are writing here now, the same conditions you have to write whenever you are taking conditional formatting or writing some rules for that. I will close the bracket and just hit enter. Okay, now just select this, go to format visual, go to category value, and here you have an option called FX. So just click on FX, and now instead of sales difference color, we are going to choose it as average price color. Okay, so this is just what we have to choose. All these things will remain same, and we have to just click on OK. So as soon as you do that, you can see the value is now in red color. That is why, because the average price is reduced by $223 as compared to last year. And if it is reducing, then it should show in red color, right? Automatically, it should be shown in red color. Okay, so now what we will do, we will find that if it is reducing as compared to last year, then what should be the percentage of reduce? Okay, so to do that, again, we will write one more measure over here. So before moving ahead in the video, I would like to introduce you to my website. So this website was opened with request of many subscriber and many followers like you, where they wanted to reach out to me. They can guidance on mock interviews, one-on-one in mentorship, career guidance in data analyst, what roadmap you should follow, what are your questions we can discuss over here. So you can book a call from here. Also, there are some digital products and some data analyst materials also. You can see there is a Power BI material available. Some projects are also available, SQL material. The complete data analyst roadmap and material is available over here. Also, the project which we are using as an example in this particular video, that is based on financial domain. So if you are interested, you can go ahead and buy it from here. In this, the complete video from start to end is mentioned. All the domain knowledge, terminologies, what functional requirements we are using, BRDs, as well as problem statements from start to end. Everything is explained as in a real-time project in this particular package. So you can go ahead, and you can see more than 600 bookings are done in last 45 days. Okay, and I was a top rated in data analyst field and a top rated in last month as well. So if you are interested, you can go and follow and see the website, and you can buy the things which are required for it. So let's move ahead in the video, and I will name it as year on year average price. Okay, growth, year on year average price growth. And the formula is again same, average price difference. Okay, we will take average price difference at top divided by previous year to date average price. Okay, so this is the difference. You can check it on Google also. That is the formula. All right, and now what we will do, I will just take this only, control C, control V, and I will try to place it over here, the same thing. Okay, and now I will just close this, and we will take average price year on year average price growth. So this is 0.0 k you are seeing, because we are taking copying this same thing over here. So to change this, you have to come here, go to call out value, and instead of 1000 we will convert it into as atto. Okay, so now once it is atto, it's minus 0.01. So now to convert it into percentage, select this particular value for the field which we have created, and here just you have to click on percentage. So you can see it's reduced by 0.79%. So very nominal change is there, but that too is also considered as compared to last year. The current year prices are very perfect. Now next thing what we have to do is we have to find out the month to date total sales. This we have already calculated. Now we have to find out month to date average price we have to find out. So to do that, again what we will do, we will write one more calculation over here. I will just right click here, and I will click on new measure. Alright, and I will name it as month to date average price. Okay, and same we will be using total MTD function over here. Total MTD expression is nothing but average price which we have already calculated, comma, we are going to make use of date is nothing but a calendar date. Okay, this is the date, and I will just close this, and I will just hit enter. So it has been calculated, but we want it in this format, so we have to again concatenate function we have to use for here. So again I will right click. So we have already created this concatenate function for month to date KPI. So I will just copy this everything, control C, and I will right click, and I will just create a new measure, and I will name it as average price KPI, or we can say month to date average price KPI. Okay, and I will paste everything. So we will just remove this, we don't want this, it's 2 times is equal to is required. So concatenate here, what we will do, I will just take it as average month to date average price. Okay, so this is month to date average price. Format, instead of month to date total sales, we will take here as month to date total average price. So this is month to date average price, and now we want to show it in thousands. We don't want to show it in millions. So instead of dividing it by 10 raised to 6, we will just divide it by 1000, because it's a unit of thousand. We have to divide it, and we have to show it in 0.00 only. That is to 2 decimal points. But at last, it should be not M. It should be K. All right. So this is the only change we have to make, and just hit enter. All right. So now you can see we will take this control C and control V. Same thing we will just take, and we'll just right place it over here. Okay, perfect. So now we'll just select this. I will close this, and instead of this, we will take month to date average KPI price which we have taken. So you're perfect. So you can see the month to date average KPI price was 28.26 thousand. So in this way, only some minor changes we have to make, and we have designed our second KPI as well. Now, next, what we have to do as per our problem statement is car sold matrix. Okay, so we have to find it for year to date car sold. So now same thing we have to follow again. So for that, what I will do again, I will right click over here. I will create a new measure, and here I will name it as year to date cars sold. Okay, so these are year to date cars sold, and we will be using again a total YTD function, and expression is nothing but now we have to find out count of the cars, right? The number of cars you have sold. So we can take a simple way, we can take count of each and every row in our data, and then we can show it. So for that we have to use count function. But count of what? We have to take count of that particular field which is having unique, and we can see non-null values on each and every row. That is a primary key, and for us it is what? ID of that particular table. So we have car ID. So I will just close this, comma, we have to take calendar date, because we have to find it for this particular date. I've already told you how total YTD function works, so I will not explain you that again and again. So I'll just hit enter. So year to date car sold has been created. So we will just copy this, control C, control V, and I'm just trying to bring it over here. Okay, so this is year to date. I will just select this. I will just delete this, and from here we will select year to date car sold. So it is 13,000. Now we don't have to give any currency for this, because uh, year to date car solds are nothing but it's a number. Okay, it is not measured in currency, it's just a number. So we have to just change the title. So select this, go to general. In title, we will change it as year to date cars sold. Okay, so this is year to date cars sold. Then select this particular value, that is year to date cars sold, and here you have to just take it as 1 decimal point. Just hit this only. Okay, so this from here you are getting an exact value. Okay, so don't do give any currency or anything. Now we have to find out these two values. For that we have to find out the previous year to date car sold, right? So for that I will just right click, and I will click on new measure, and we will find it as previous year to date cars sold. And the same thing, we have to use a calculate function. Expression is nothing but count of cars we have to take, that is count of ID. Close this, comma, we have to use a function called same period last year, and you have to use a calendar date over here, right? This is the calendar date. So close the bracket 2 times and just hit enter. So we have calculated the previous year to date car sold. Now we have to find out the difference between them. So just right click, new measure, and I will name it as cars sold difference. Okay, and it's nothing but year to date cars sold minus previous year to date cars sold. Okay, so this is the difference. And now what I will do, I will just select this, control C, control V. I will just take it over here, and I'll try to place it over. Okay, now select this, close it. We have to show year to date cars, sorry, the car sales difference. So it's here, just select this car sales difference. Okay, so you can see we have 3K. So I will just select this, and I will just then select this car sales difference, and I will show it up to 10 decimal points. Okay, so that is 2.62 is the difference, but it's a positive value, right? You can see the value is positive, so that is nothing but as compared to last year, the current year car sales are increasing. And but we want here, the color should be in green color because it's positive value, then it should be in green color. So here again we have to change our formatting conditions. For that again we have to write first the calculation. So right click, write a new measure over here, and I will name it as cars sold color. Okay, so this will be for car sold color, and I will write if condition over here. We will use a logical condition. If car sold difference is greater than 0, okay, then it should be a green color. Okay, comma, if the condition is false, then it should be red. Okay, just write red, close the bracket and hit enter. Okay, so make sure the spelling mistakes, there you don't make any spelling mistakes over here, because whatever condition we are writing here, the same set of conditions should be used while giving a conditional format. Now select this, come here, go to category value, come to FX, and instead of average color price, here we have to choose it as car sold color. Okay, and all other things are same, the color will be same. Just click on OK. As soon as you do, you can see the color of this particular has been changed. Okay, so now what we will do next, we have to find out the year on year growth car solds. Okay, the growth of year on year car solds percentage we have to find out. Just right click, create a new measure again, and I will name it as year on year car sold growth. Okay, and for that again the car sold difference will be, okay, car sell difference, what was that value? Okay, cars sold difference, okay, divided by year to date car sold. Okay, it should be year to date cars sold. Just hit enter and close this. Now what I will do, I will just select this, just take percentage. Oh no, we'll take this only, control C, control V, and I will just take it over here. Okay, now what I will do, instead of this, I will just close this, and we want year on year car sold growth. Okay, now this is in thousand, so just come here, go to call out value, and instead of thousand, choose here as add. Okay, and now just select that particular value and just click on percentage. So you can see a growth of 19 percentage has been there as compared to last year, right? Very simple and easy. If you understand one calculation, it's easy for understanding the other calculations. Now next what we will do, we will find out this KPI, that is month to date. Yeah, month to date we can say cars sold. We will just see it, which should be month to date cars sold. So for that what we will do, again write a calculations over here, create a new measure, and I will name it as month to date cars sold. Okay, so for that we will be using total MTD calculation, and it should be for count of ID, that is count of cars, close this bracket, comma, it should be for calendar date. Okay, this particular date, close this, hit enter. All right, and now we have to create a KPI. So KPI again we will take for average only, this calculation only I will take. I will just copy this and I will take a new calculation, new measure, and I will name it as month to date cars sold KPI. Okay, and just paste the calculation. So instead of month to date average price, we want here month to date cars sold. Okay, and instead of this, we want here month to date cars sold. Okay, it should be divided by 1000 because we want to show it in thousands itself, and here it should be K. So don't make any changes over here. So just hit enter and close this. Now I will just take this control C, control V, and I will bring it over here. Okay, so this will be what we will be using. Now select this, close this, and we'll be using month to date car sold KPI. So now here you can see what how many cars were sold in this particular or latest month. It is almost to 2000. Okay, so in this way we are designing our KPIs. I will show it in full view. So this way we have designed our KPIs, so you can see, so this gives a overall summary of the business, and you can take or generate multiple insights from here. Year to date sales are growing. You can see as compared to last year, it's growing by 70.8 million, and the growth percentage is 23%. Okay. Similarly, the current month sales were 54 million. Year-to-date average price was 28,000 for each car. It has been reduced as compared to last year by $220. That is nothing but 0.8%. And for current month, it was 28.26K. Similarly, year-to-date car solds were 13.3K. At 13,300 cars were being sold, which is greater than like 2,620 cars as compared to last year. That is nothing but 19% of growth is there. And for current month, the total number of cars sold are 1,920 cars. In this way, 7 to 8 insights are generated from here, and multiple decisions can be taken, multiple summary or what we can say for different stakeholders, and this can be operated by different filters. Okay, we are going to apply here set of filters. By using those set of filters, by applying and slicing and dicing data, you can see the values and different angles over here, right? So I hope you are understanding this, and now we will move ahead with our charts design. So now in our chart design, as per our problem statement, the first chart which we have here is the year to date sales weekly trend. Okay, so for that, what I will do, I will just come here. Okay, so instead of quick measures, I will just select here, and what we will do, for that we have to take a area chart. Okay, so I will just take a area chart from here, and I will try to place it over here properly. So in this particular section which we have a placeholder over here, we'll try to place it over here, and I will just adjust it properly. Okay, and now what we will do, we have to find it weekly. So we have already calculated the week over here, that is we have taken week number in our calendar date table. So I will just take that itself, and I will add it to x-axis. So this is our week, and we are going to take year to date sales. But for taking the year to date sales, what we will do, we will take the average price directly first. Okay, we'll take the average price directly, then go to filters over here. In filters, what we will do, we will add a year filter. So add a year filter over here. So, and make sure that you add it only for this visual. So I will add a year filter, and I will choose here a basic filtering, and instead of this we will just choose 2023. Okay, and I will just click on apply, or we will just have an apply function. So we will just select the 2023 over here, right? So I will just close this, I will hide this. Okay, so now we have 2023. Now we will do some formattings quickly. So now let's come here, go to general, and in properties what we will do first, or for go in effects, and we will turn off the background. All right, and we will change the title as well. So the title for us should be year to date sales weekly trend, right? Year to date sales weekly trend is the title for us. 11 is the size which we are going to use, and we are going to use the color as Sagio UI. Okay, and the color will be white color, or we will just take this particular thing, or this one. Okay, so year to date sales weekly trend, and 10 we will, or okay, 11 is fine. All right, so now we will do our next formattings quickly over here. So I will just close this, go to visual, and now here you can see you have an axis which is ranging from 0 to 20, 40 up to 60. But we have yearly, in year we have weeks up to 52 or 53. So what we will do, this instead of we are getting an extra numbers over here which is rounding off, which Power BI automatically does, we will change that. So just go to y axis over here, and here you can see the maximum point. Instead of doing it at all, we will choose it as 55. Okay, or choose it up to 54. Okay, so this is the maximum range. Minimum range is what? Because in each week, weeks cannot exceed than 54. So this is what we will be changing. So the space which you are having an extra over here, that will be automatically adjusted. All right. So now next, what we will do, we will do other formattings over here. So I'll just turn off this. So we don't want to show here a grid lines. That is nothing but horizontal and vertical grid lines. We don't want to show. So come to grid lines. We will turn off the grid lines both. All right. So after turning off the grid lines, what we will do here, we will do other formattings. But before doing the other formattings, what we will do, or we'll just turn on the markers over here. So I've turned on the marker. So instead of 5, we will choose it as 3. Okay. And now we have to show our maximum point over here. So we have to highlight our maximum point where it is. Okay, as per the price. Okay, so you can see this will be our maximum point as per our price point. So we will do next that. So we will just see the colors whatever we are having over here, so that we will be doing it the same way. So this is the colors which we will be using over here, and now same way we will be having the same colors over here as well. So to do that, what we will do now, I will just go ahead and we have to write the calculations for that. Okay, so I will just increase this size likewise so that we'll have an extra space. Okay, so now we will add some colors over here. So now to do that, what we will do, I will just select this particular chart, come over here, or first that what we will do, we will write a calculation. So to show the maximum point in this particular chart, we have to write a calculation, and I will select a new measure from here, and I will name it as max point. Okay, max point on area chart. Okay, you can give any name. And now this calculation is important to understand. First, I will write the calculation and then I will explain you. I will be using a if function. So if function is always need a logical test. Okay, so I will use for logical text, I will be using a max x function, double max x function, and I will be using all selected functions in this. Okay, so first we will be using an all selected function, and in that I will be using calendar week. Okay, for we are finding it for calendar week. Okay, that is table or column name, which for which column name we are using it, comma the second argument we have to write it as what should be the function. Okay, so I write what should be the function, what it should be equalizing with. Okay, so should be equalizing with sum of cells, but we have to find that sum of cells should be equal to other sum of cells, but we cannot aggregate it in this particular calculations, right? So we have to aggregate it outside this calculation. So I will close this first over here. So I will just close it, and I will write first one more calculation, and I will take a new measure, and I will name it as total sales. Okay, so we will take the total sales first, and I will name it as sum of what, price. So this is what our total sales, and I will just hit enter. Okay, and now what we will do, we will do our calculation. So for that, what I will do, I will just close this. Now I will take a new measure, and I will write a if condition. Okay, so name it as max point. Okay, and I will write a if condition. If again, first we will take a max function. Okay, so max x function is there, right? And max x function takes the table. Okay, so we for taking a table and an expression, so first table we will be using the table as all selected. So all selected is nothing but it's a filter function. Okay, and that filter function we have to use because we have to consider that particular table itself, whichever we are getting it in all selected function, and that table all values will be considered, and out of that all values the maximum will be selected, right? So for that, what I will do, we have to find it for which table, that is nothing but calendar week field or a table with an expression of total sales. Okay, that is nothing but total sales we have already calculated, we must have. So first what I will do, all selected we have calculated, so all selected, from this we will just close the bracket for this all selected, comma the second argument is what, expression for this max x, that is nothing but total sales for us, right? So if this, okay, so if this entire value is equal to total sales, right, means what, if this max value, right, so maximum value from this calendar week, entire week, and the total sales, if it is equal to total sales of this particular entire table, then if it is true, then what we have to find out, if this result is true, we will need the same value. Okay, return the same value, that is nothing but return this same value, that is this entire value we have to return, control C, control V. Okay, if it is true, get the same value, and if it is false, okay, if the result is false, we want it as blank, we don't want to show anything, right? And just close the bracket, hit add. Only this much you have to do. Now just select this function, and now what we will do, we have calculated our max point, just bring it and keep it under this particular maximum sales point. Okay, so you can see we have received a maximum sale point over here. Now select this, go here and turn off the legends, we don't want legends to be shown, and now we will design our markers. Okay, So for this we will give a different color. So for that what I will do, from instead of all, just select your maximum point. Okay, go to colors, and from here we will choose the yellow color. Okay, so this is our maximum point here, you can see, and we'll make it a bigger only. All right, now just select all over here, right? So other points we have already mentioned over there. And now what we will do, we will do other formattings over here. So data labels will just turn on. So we, instead of turning on all the data labels, what we will do, we will just turn it on for maximum point. Okay, so other show series of this will just turn on, and we just turn this off. Okay, so what we will do, instead of this, turn on the data labels, how to turn off values, just let's see. Okay, so yeah, we'll just turn off the data labels. And for values we will turn it off. Okay, so means what we have done here, I will just show you. So first it was what, all. Okay, so it was all first, so just select the sum of the price first. Okay, so we have to select the sum of the price and turn off its values. Okay, we don't want to show the sum of the price, we just want to show the maximum value. So turn off this value, so all the prices value will be gone. And we will just now select the maximum point over here. In data labels, just select maximum point. This is the only value which we are seeing now. And now this is the value over here, you can see it's Sergio UI 9. I will just make it as 8, and I will make it as Sergio UI semi bold. Alright, and the color which we'll be using will be this. Okay, so this is the value, or we'll just use this color. And I will just add a background for it as well. I will just turn on the background, and I will do same color. Okay, or we can use a fan, right? So this is the maximum point which we have into our data. So these are the maximum sales and all other for the year to date weekly sales trend. And from here you can build an insight that for the 36th week the maximum sales were done, and it is dynamic. Whenever you change it with respect to filters also, automatically the values will be changing over here, so not to worry on that. So I hope you have understood this. This was a bit tedious, and formatting options were also required. So that's the only thing which we have to do here. Alright guys, so I hope you have understood this chart, and we will move ahead to our next chart. Okay, so before moving ahead, we will just do quick formatting over here. Some more formattings are required. So what I will do, we will lines, and in lines, we will just increase the stroke width. Or okay, so that is fine. Just what we will do, we will just change the shaded area percentage. Okay, so we'll just make it as 70%. Okay, so this is the shaded area. All other things are okay for us. And in data labels, what we will do, for value, we will just try to increase the value size. Okay, perfect. And now we will go ahead and move to our next problem statement to build next chart. And let's see what it is. It is year to date total sales by body style. Okay, and we have to build a donut chart for this. So I will just take a donut chart from here, and we'll just try to place it over here first. I'll just take it, and I will place it over here nice and clean. Okay, and now we have to find out year to date sales by body color. So from here we will find the body color option. So let's see where it is. Just okay, so if it is by body color or it's a by body style. Okay, so it's by body style. So first we will take by body style, and I will just add a legend over here. Okay, add a legend, and we have to find out year to date sales. Okay, so year to date total sales I will take it, I will put it into values. Okay, and we will do quick formattings for that. I will just select this, go to format painter and just select this. Okay, so automatically some formattings will be automatically done for us, right? So come here, and in data labels we don't want us to be shown. Okay, and go to legends. We'll just turn on the legends over here. We'll try to show the legends, and for text we will show it by 9, and we will show it in this color. Or just check this. All right, and next thing, if you want to change the colors of this particular body styles, you can do that. And if you not, you can see the body styles, which is the maximum. You will see the all the information in the tooltip itself, and from here you can generate the difference inside. You can see SUV shares 26%, Then hatchback shares 22%. We have sedan for 19, passenger cars for 17, and hard for 13. So maximum we can see is this for SUV, and second maximum is for hatchback cars. Okay, so in this way we have just designed this in 2 minutes, we can say. It's very easy. Now next we have to find out year to date sales, total sales by color. Okay, so to do that I will just select this, control C, control V. We will take the same chart and we will try to place it over here. All right, and now what we will do, instead of body style we have to show it by color. So we will just take a color from here, and we will just take color and add it into legends. Okay, so we are showing it by now colors. So pale white takes the maximum share of 47%, second followed by red, black, and then red. So what we will do, we will try to change the color of this particular slices which you see here as per our colors. Okay, so I will just select this, and we will just go to slices, and pale white we will just try to choose a white color over here. Okay, so if you take a white color, and I will just go in more colors, I will just choose a pale white color. Okay, so I'll just choose a pale white color. Okay, this is fine. All right, now for black we'll just choose this gray color, or just this one. Okay. And for red, what we will do, we'll choose an actual red color, so this will be fine. All right, or you can choose a different red color from here. All right, so likewise you can give an actual colors which that particular value have, right? So in this way we have designed this as well. Okay, so as per our next problem statement, we have to go ahead and design our year to date cars, what we can say, year to date cars sold by dealer region. So for that, what we will do, we will take a chart or a map chart from here. And now what I will do, I will just try to place it over here into our this particular placeholder which we have designed. Okay, so just increase the size likewise. All right. Now what I will do, I will just go ahead and take a dealer region from here. So we will take a dealer region and we will add it into locations. Next, what we will do, we have to show year to date car sold. So I will take year to date car sold and I will add it into bubble size. Okay. So now we will do next formattings over here. So just select this chart, go to format painter and just select this particular chart. So all the formattings which we have done over here, it will be applied automatically on this particular chart. Now next what we will do, we will do some formattings over here. So we will turn on the category labels. So we will try to show the labels over here, and go to map settings, and instead of road we will choose the dark map. Okay, so we will use a dark map over here. Next, we will go to category labels again, and so we will do this letter. So just go to bubble, and instead of at over, we will just select the data range. Okay, so as per data range, whatever range we are having, with respect to that, we will be showing the bubble size. And now we will just increase the bubble size from here. Okay, so just try to increase the bubble size up to 11 or 12. Okay, so this is fine. And next we will change the color of the bubbles as well. So we'll just try to give this yellow colors. And for category labels, we will turn on the background. And for background, I will just try to take use of this color. Okay, this is fine. All right. So now in this way we have designed, and out of this, from here, what insights you can be generated is, for maximum more, the larger the bubble, the maximum numbers are cars sold. So for a dealer region who are from Austin area, we have 22,000, or we can say 2,296 number of cars were sold. Second is what, Janesville. Third, you can see from here is Scottsdale, right? And the least one is, I can see it's a Middletown, right? So where we have sold almost 1,722 cars only. All right. So in this way you have to analyze, and now I'll just adjust our chart in this particular placeholder properly. Okay. Just increase the size a bit. One second. All right. This is perfect. All right. Now, next, what we have to find out is, as per our analysis, the next chart we have to find out is company-wise sales trend. So, for company, we have to show year-to-date average price. What are the year-to-date cars sold, year-to-date total sales, and percentage of year to date grand total sales. Okay, so for that we'll go in visualization, and from here I'll choose as a matrix. Okay, so we'll just choose a matrix over here, and I will just try to place it over here. And we have to show it for what? First we have to show the company. Okay, so I will just take company over here. So instead of matrix I will just choose table itself. So company, we will take company over here. All right, then next we have to show year to date average price. Okay, so I will take year to date average price. Right, so this is year to date average price. Then year to date cars sold, we'll just take year to date cars sold. Then year to date total sales, these are year to date total sales, and we have to find a percentage of year to date grand total sales. So for that what we will do, just click here. Okay, and in conditional, what we can just show values as we have here percentage of grand total. So these are converted to percentage, and now what we will do, we will take again year to date sales, and we'll just try to add it in between of this. Right, so in this way we have added it over here. Right, so other formattings we will just try to do it right now itself. So now next what we will do, we'll just go to formattings, go to format visual, and in style here we will just choose at minimal. Okay, so we'll just choose minimal over here. And next what we will do, we'll just give the color combinations over here. So I'll just go here in grid. So horizontal grid lines, we don't want horizontal, we'll just add vertical grid lines. All right, then for values we will go ahead, all the background color we will choose black itself for all of them. All right, and the text color will be choosing as this. Right, so these will be our text colors for now, we will change it later. Okay, and the values are 10 Sajio, that is fine. Okay, then go to column headers. Here also background we will choose it as black itself. Okay, and color we will choose it as this particular. Oops. We'll choose the color as, let's say, this or this, or we'll keep it white only. Okay, next we'll just center the alignments. For all other alignments also we'll try to center it. Cell elements, not here. Okay, we'll do that later. Okay, so values are done. Cell elements, will turn it off. Now grand totals we don't want to show, we will just turn off the totals. Okay, and now we'll just adjust our bars over here. Okay, and as per this, now what we have to show here is, for different companies which we have over here. So we will just add these bars over here. These are nothing but some data bars which we are going to add. So to do that, come here in visualization, we have to add it for year to date car sold. So just go over here and go to conditional formattings and just click on data bars. Right, and for positive bars and for negative bars it is asking us which colors you have to show. All right, so with respect to that, for positive bar we will just choose this particular color, and for negative, if it is a negative bar we'll just choose a negative color. Okay, so you just click on and you can see the bars are shown over here. Similarly, we have to show bars again for what? Let's see that. So we have to show bar for year to date grand total. So I just click on here, conditional formatting, go to data bars, and just click on OK. So automatically the bars will be shown over here. All right, guys. Just let's see the colors. We'll just change the color of this conditional formattings, data bars, and instead of this, we will choose a darker color. Perfect. All right, guys. And now we'll just adjust the things over here. Perfect. Now just select this chart, go to this format painter and just click this. So what will happen? Uh, all the background will be gone from here. That is for this particular thing. Again, just select this and style grade will just choose minimal. Okay. Oops. Okay, so I'll just select this bar. I've undone all the changes which we have done. You have to just press 2 times undo. Select this, and from here we will do it manually itself. Go to general, in effects we'll turn off the background. Okay, and in title we will have to add the title, and the title will be what? Company wise sales trend. Okay, company wise sales trend. All right, and it should be 11. It should be Sagio UI, and the color will be this. Okay, okay, guys. Now just select this again, and here in grid, what we will do for vertical grid lines, we'll just choose this color, or you can choose this one. Perfect. This looks fine for us. And for all other things, what you can see here, for average price and for total sales, we'll convert this into other units. That is, for this will give thousands, and for this will give millions. So just go here, select the average price from here, and we have the currency. All we will do, what we will do, just go here and go to values, or go to specific column. Okay, so for specific column, what I will choose, year to date average price I will choose over here, and display units I will choose it as thousands. Okay, and we'll just align the center value, right? Then next we'll choose year to date cars total sales, we'll choose it as in millions. All right, and center the alignment. Perfect. All right, guys, so in this way we have designed our entire chart. Now, next thing what we have to do is we have to add here some filters. Also, we have to design one more page, right? So I will just name this as overview dashboard. Okay, so this is our overview dashboard, car sales report. So the car sales dashboard's overview dashboard. So what we will do, we have just remained here to add our title of this chart. So for that, I will just go in insert, and in insert we have here an option called text box. Okay, so I'll just name it as car sales dashboard, and I will add a pipe operator, and we'll name it as overview. So this is our first, and what we will do, we'll just do some formatting over here. So I'll just select this entire thing, and I will choose the font as 18. Sagio UI is the thing, and bold, and we'll just go to format, go to effects, turn off the background, select this entire thing, and we'll choose the color as white. Okay, and now I'll just reduce this, and we'll try to place it over here. Find the center. Perfect. Okay, so this is our car sales dashboard. Just select this. Perfect. So this is our car sales dashboard overview. If you want to give different color, you can give different colors also. So now next we will go ahead and design our second dashboard, and then we will add some filters over there. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Now, so what we will do, we will just try to add our filters over here. So on this dashboard, as you can see, we have added some filters. The same filters we will be trying to add over here. So now to add the filters, what we have to do here is I will go in visualization, and here you have an option called slicers. Just click on it. So this is the slicer we have to add. The first one is body style. So we are adding a body style filter over here. I'll just search for body style, and I will just take it over here. So this is the body style filter, the first one which we are going to add, and we will just do some formattings for this. So now go to slicer settings, and we will make it as drop down. Okay, and selection is a multi-select, and we will just show the all button as well. All right, and just make it smaller, bring it over here. Okay, likewise, and I'll just reduce it here. And now we will do some formattings for here. I will just go to general effects, and for background I will just choose this background, or we'll just take this a bit darker, or yes sir, this is fine I guess. Now what we will do, I'll go to visual, and we'll just change the values to the white color. All right, similarly for slicer header as well, we'll choose it as white color. All right, and we will choose it as Sagio UI with 11 or 10. So this is there. Now background also we will choose it to black color. So in values, Go to values and you have a background over here. So in background, just choose the same. Okay. So now from here you can see these are the background. You can just select all or you can just select the few values, and with respect to those you can see the values are changing. You can see the values or data at different angles for you, right? Now what we will do, we will add other for filters as well. So first we have shown it for body style, now we will show it for dealer name. So I'll just control C and control V this same filter. Okay. And what I will do, I will just try to show one more filter here, that is by dealer region. So I'll just close this, and instead of body style we will just select here dealer region. Okay. And now next what we will do, uh, oh no, should we have to show it by dealer name? So I'll just show here dealer name. Then control C, control V, and now we have to show it by transmission. So we'll just select the transmission from here. Let's see where it is. Show it by transmission. Okay. Then control C, control V again. Okay. And now we will show it for engine. Okay. This is for engine. Right. And now I will just take this control C and I will add it over here, that is filter. Okay. So these are our filters which we have added over here. Perfect. Now you can see for different filters you can slice and dice the data, and you can see the data at different angles, which I already told you. All right. Now what we will do, we will build our second dashboard. So what that I will just right click over here and I will duplicate the same dashboard. And for this I will name it as details tab. Okay. And here also we'll change the name as details dash. All right. And now we'll delete everything from here. Okay. All the charts we have to delete. The KPIs will keep it as same as it is on this particular dashboard. And also we have to change the background of this dashboard. So for that I'll go in visualization, select this and just go to format visual, go to the canvas background. I will just delete this and I will choose the another one. So this also I have added in the description box from where you can go ahead and download, and I will just click on open. So you can see the background has been automatically changed now. We have a single one piece container holder over here where we will be building our chart. All right. Now go to visualization now. Okay. And here we will be building a matrix chart again. So I will just select the matrix chart, or we can just choose a table chart. Okay. Just choose a table chart and I will just increase it lightwise. Perfect. And now we will bring all the values over here. So let's see what we have to bring over here. So first we will take our ID from here. So we have car ID. All right. Then we will bring date. So we have date as well. Okay. So from here we don't have to bring all the dates. We'll just bring. Okay. So the date from here we'll take this date. Okay. Then we will bring date, and we have to bring customer name. Okay. Then we will bring a dealer name. Okay. Then we have company. Then color. And then we will bring the model. Okay. So let's see where is model. So this is model for us, and at the last we'll bring total sales. Total sales is nothing but price for us. So this is the price. Okay. And to change this to total sales, what we have to do, just click a double click over here and we'll name it as total sales. Okay, hit enter. So you can see automatically total sales is there. Now we will do quick formattings on this. So just select your visual here, go to style, and we'll choose here from minimal. Okay. Then we will go ahead and choose the values. So background color, we'll choose everything for everyone. We'll choose it as black itself. Okay. And text color, we will choose at this. Both the text colors, alternative, both will be this color. All right. Then we'll just go to column headers, or we'll just go to grid. And in horizontal grid, we will choose this color. All right. And now I will just go to values. Values is 10 is okay for us, I think. And now we'll go to column headers. Column headers background color also we'll choose it as black, and the header colors we'll choose it as this. Let's take it as this company. All right. And next for totals, Again, background color we'll choose it as black itself, and the text color we'll choose it as this, or we'll take it as this. Okay, so this is the background text color. All right, now select this, go to general, go to effects and turn off the background. All right, and now we'll just try to adjust our columns over here, which will be automatically fitting over here. Yeah. All right, guys, and now next what we will do. Okay, let's just reduce this, increase this. Perfect. For this, we'll give data labels. Okay, so before giving data labels, I will just select the total sales or price from here. Just select the price and we'll give it as a dollar symbol. Okay, and go here, then select this chart. Okay, select the chart, come here. Alright, then what we will do, chart, then we will go to specific column. From here, just select sales, and here we'll display the unities in thousands. Okay, and next remaining is we'll reduce this, and we'll just try to increase this. Perfect, and now it looks good. And now we will just give the data labels. We'll go to data, then conditional formattings, not sparkling. We'll add conditional formattings, data bars, and we will choose the data bars as this. Okay. Okay, so these are the data bars for us. You can choose any color whichever you want, doesn't matter. We'll increase likewise. Perfect. So from here, by using these filters, guys, you can see you can choose different filters. Okay, see different angles the data. You can export this grid whichever whenever it is required from your client. Got it. Now next, what we have to add here is navigation buttons. Okay, if you come to our this particular chart, you can see these navigations buttons are added. All right. So I'll just take this and I will just copy it over here. You can do it on your own. You have to sales insight is there, nothing much is there. Here also I will just go ahead and copy it. Okay, that's just the text. Next I will just take menu also, copy it over here. Here also I will just copy on the second dashboard. All right, and now I will show you how to add the navigation buttons. So you have to go to insert, and you have a buttons over here, and here you can go and you can click on navigator, and here we have on page navigators. Okay, so this is the navigator button which you are going to use. I'll just reduce it, then go to format. All right, and style, we want it as just grid layout, we'll choose it as vertical. Okay, we'll show it in vertical format, and now we will do some formattings over here. So just go to style, and first is default means what, uh, we can say whichever is not selected, or let's say whichever depends upon font color and font size. So for background, for fill color, we'll change it to which is not selected. Okay, the non-selected will be the default one, so this will be our default, and we will be choosing giving this as this color. Okay, and the selected one, just go here and click on selected is means overview, means we are on this page, so it will be on overview part, right? So for selected, we'll give the background color, that is fill color. We'll choose it as, let's say this. Perfect. Okay, so this color, and in this way we'll be moving from one dashboard to another. So I will just take this same thing. Okay, control C, and I will just paste it over here. Confirm, and done. And now the dashboard is ready for us to use. Okay, so whenever you want to go to details page, you have to press control and then click. You will be coming to this page. Again, you want to go to overview page, just press control and we will come to overview page. So in this way, guys, we have designed this complete dashboard, and I hope you have learned many things from here. You have learned different functionalities, different DAX functions, formattings, how to build KPIs, how to build different charts, and all those things. and you can add this in your resume. You can show it on LinkedIn profiles, and don't forget to tag me over there. And okay, guys, then this was all for this particular video. I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.